all moves there. Volume and everything. So, when I left the field, I wanted to do something very, very unique in the industry. What you're here to see is kick the tires of the company and see where we're headed. But more important than that, we're now launching System 1. I've personally went out with my own money and put tens of thousands of dollars in escrow. How come? Simple. I want to pay it forward. I actually want to create groups where people can get involved and build an organization for free. I've been blessed in my life. I've created a lot of people, a lot of money. I love teaching with the founder of the company, Troy Mielstein, because he always asks the question, does money buy happiness? And I love sitting at the back of the room when he asks the question, because you always get this. About half the room saying yes and half the room saying no. So which is it? Does money buy you happiness?
Helps.
Yeah, it can.
Gives you opportunities.
I'll tell you my answer. I don't know. Depends on you. There's all kinds of weird traditions about money. Money's the root of all. Money's the root of all. Bull. That's not true. Money's a magnifier of who you already are. If you're an unbelievable, kind, charitable person, and I give you $1 million, guess what you're going to be?
Unbelievable, kind and
More so, exactly. If you're a scoundrel, crook, thief, liar, and cheat, and I give you $1 billion, guess what you're going to be?
billion-dollar crook.
$1 billion crook. Money only makes you more what you already are. And I don't have the answer. I don't know if money does buy you happiness, and it doesn't matter. I will tell you what does make you happiness. Lose your life in helping others be successful, and watch what happens to you. If you'll lose your life in the betterment of others, the very notion of what you're doing will change your life, and it's amazing what will happen to you. That's welcome to Wake Up Now. We're a company that's dedicated to helping people save, manage, and earn money. We have ranks that make you $500 for as little as 12 people. If you take that $500 and use it in our personal financial management system, you can completely roll yourself out of debt within 7 to 10 years, including your mortgage. That will change your life. You help enough people do that, and you'll make tens of thousands of dollars every month. Is that important to me? Darn right it is. It's time. This industry has been around forever, selling all kinds of things. The only thing that makes sense is when we talk about saving money, let's save people money on everything they buy. We've got great energy drinks and a bunch of other stuff, but what really excites me is when you go in and you see products that you can buy every day at Amazon, 20% cheaper than Amazon. Some of you older people will know what I'm talking about. Remember when you used to go to a hardware store and you knew the hardware guy that owned the store? Do you remember that, those days?
No more.
No more. And the reason there's no more is because Walmart got in the tool business. Then Lowe's and Home Depot came along and made bigger stores, and he couldn't compete with Walmart, Lowe's, and Home Depot. Am I right?
That's right. They're selling them cheaper than you can buy them.
Yep. The big stores are killing mom and pop. The big stores are now hurting the box stores. Walmart's scrambling to try to stay up. Well, Sam's Club and Costco, the biggest of the box stores, are scared to death. Why? Because Jeff Bezos came to town with a little company called Amazon. Amazon.com is kicking butt. This Black Friday, more traffic went into the box stores than ever before in the history of the world on Black Friday. But less was bought in Black Friday this time than last year's. Why? Everybody did this. They felt the product, they fell in love with it, they pulled their phone out, and they bought it on Amazon.com. Because it was cheaper. It's a fact. Go Google it. Don't believe me. Jeff Bezos is interviewed 2 weeks ago Sunday on 60 Minutes. Said some amazing things. That what got all the attention was his little drone thing.
Yeah, Amazon Prime.
Yeah, all the little drone things. Ooh! But he said some amazing things outside the drones. You know what he hopes? He hopes to death that he's dead before his company becomes obsolete. Amazon. He prays that he'll be dead before his company becomes obsolete. Would you like to know what company is going to make him obsolete? You're sitting in the corporate office of that company. Let me tell you why. Amazon.com sells things cheap. We're going to sell them 20% cheaper. Not on all of them, but if you could buy something cheaper than you can at Amazon, would you buy it from mom and pop? Guess who you guys are? Mom and pop. We're going right back to the beginning using technology to do it. We're going to revolutionize the distribution of profits in this industry. I don't know what to call ourselves. I don't know. It's a distribution model that I've never seen before. I sat in meetings all week long that you're going to be blown away with what we're rolling out. Nobody will be able to compete on us on price, on everything you spend money on. Everything you spend money on. Think about your household bills, and we're going to deliver it to you cheaper than you're getting it now, and all of us are going to get paid from it. Can you kind of see what we are? Cheating? Okay, let me tell you what I've spent enough time. This is our system. John Holbrook has had every C-level position in my company, from CEO all the way down. He helped me court and bring over Kirby Cochran, my CEO. Our CEO is unbelievable. Our CEO is unbelievable. He teaches as an adjunct professor up at the University of Utah in finance. He's done $1 billion company in sales. $100 million to the bottom line on an annual basis. If there was a Guinness Book of World Records for energy credits from the coal mines, he would be in the Guinness Book of World Records. He created more energy credits than anybody on the history of the world. That's the industry was in, energy. He was starting to do one, and he invested in a little company called Wake Up Now, wrote a check. I consider it a big check. He considers it a little check. He was one of my investors. I was having some turmoil here. We didn't know what we were going, and I didn't know quite what to do. Because the one thing you'll know about me is I know that I don't know everything. So I went to him and I said, "Would you like to be our CEO?" Expecting an absolute no. I said, "Let me call you in the morning." Saturday morning, I get a phone call and he wakes me up. He's a little bit earlier riser than I was. So, "Can you come up here? I'd like to talk to you." And he had a place up in Sundance. So I jumped in the car and went up to Sundance. Fastest shower I've ever taken, I think. I walked into his office, great big, nice office in his home. "I accept. I want to be your CEO." Shook his hand, said, "Thank you very much," and left. Didn't want him to renege. About 4 weeks later, I asked him point blank, "Why did you accept this? You were starting a new energy company with your partners, and it was funded by GE Capital to the tune of over $100 million. You've already been successful in that industry. Why are you here?" He didn't even miss a beat when I asked the question. "Richard, this is going to be the biggest thing I've ever done. We have a tiger by the tail here, and I think I can use my leverage, my relationships, to make this very, very special." We're doing that. Have we had a challenge? Oh yeah. We've had a challenge for 4 years. But doing something special, hard work. The pioneers like Joseph that have stayed with us, holy moly. He deserves something. I ought to buy him a car eventually or something.
I'll take that.
The bottom line is, we're doing something very special. And we've had our ups and the downs, but we're on the ground floor of something very, very special. Now, let me talk a little bit about System 1. When I asked John to come over and become a distributor along with me, I knew a little bit about John. John's a big, heavy-set fella. You guys met him as he came in. He owned 2 McDonald's franchises and sat on several of the McDonald's boards. And what he's known for, everybody's known for something, but what John's known for, he's very shy about this. When he got his McDonald's franchises, was down in the basin. And he knew that if he put his Coke machine on the other side of the counter, he'd get more traffic. So he called up McDonald's Corporation and said, I'm going to put my Coca-Cola machine on the other side of the counter. And Coca-Cola said, you're not even going to do that. And he said, well, I've already looked through my franchise agreement, and you can't tell me I can't. So they sent a bunch of bigwigs on a private jet out here to talk him out of it. He said, get away. You can't tell me not to. Gets a call from the McDonald's Corporation legal counsel. You're going to put your franchise out of business. No, I'm not. He did it. The next quarter, his hamburger sales were up 40%. It more than offset the refills that people were drinking, and it was hot down there, and they refilled all the time. I dare you to go find a McDonald's on this planet that doesn't have the Coke machine on the other side of the counter. Those are the people you're working with. Those are the people that are in your upline. When we sat down and determined, are we going to do this, he said, God, this is paying it forward just like I did with my Coke machines. I said, Coke machines? And he explained me that story. What we're doing is we're paying it forward. If you come in and bring your people in, they sign up for $100 for all the products and services. Dad, is it worth $100?
Yeah, absolutely.
William, is it worth $100?
10 times that.
Okay. If you sign up 3 people in your first 15 days, we will refund your $100. Is that a good deal?
Yeah.
How can you afford to do it? I'm just using some of my commissions to do marketing. You all spent money to drive down here. You all spend money to market. I'm just going to use my marketing dollars in a smart place, and I'm going to pay it forward. That's what we're doing. Once you become a founder 5, which you're making a little over $5,000 residual reoccurring income, and you want your organization to keep doing it, we ask you to pay it forward and take $1,000 out of your $5,000 to pay it forward. Joseph, would you do that?
Yeah,
Some months you're going to be short. Your organization's going to have more than 10 people get $100. I'm not going to ask for any more. I'll make sure it's covered. But you'll do it every month, won't you?
And we still get our commissions.
And we still get our commissions. You get founder 6, founder 7, executive status, it doesn't matter. It's still only $1,000.
Plus it's red.
Plus it's a great one. The spirit of this is simple. This is an unbelievable cool movie. It's called Pay It Forward. Kevin Spacey's the teacher that gives the assignment. I want to show this because it's the spirit of what we're trying to do. I'm hoping, I've never done this before, I'm hoping it'll go over the speakers. You want to hit play and see if this works.
Super sexy.
Super says it, Leroy.
What does the world mean to you? Your house, your street? Any further any of you want to go than that? Why should we think about the world? I mean, after all, what does the world expect of us? What does the world expect of you? What if the world is just a big disappointment? Unless